James is not a bad superstar. She's good, but I think she got brought to the main roster due to her look, her character. She's okay in the ring. She mostly did tag team, and I believe that she was not needed to be. I don't think it was time to call her to the main roster. And we see WWE do this many, many times. They call people to the main roster prematurely. They get to the main roster. Some may work out, some don't. Then they end up either getting put back down to sent back down to NXT to develop on their character and such, and and etc. Or they were released them. And I think Kiana James is a clear example of that. I like her, but she was not ready for the draft. There are so many other people better than her. You have Fallon Henley. You have Rose Suka. You have even Blair Davenport. It's not bad. It's okay too. You know, I think she was not ready for the main roster yet. You still got Lyra Valkyria and others, or Roxanne, maybe one of those two. Some of those would have came to the roster. Not to say they won't. We do have night 2 upcoming Monday on Raw. I did not agree with this move of her getting called to the main roster. And good rest right here. More jobs to Sasha Banks. Yep, she does have that. She has the image. She has the 401k deal breaker. That's the name of her finisher. And I don't think she was ready to become a part of the main roster. She did a lot more, some more development, in NXT and get better. She's been there 2 years, but I think she was mostly in tag. And she also wasn't even on TV that much. She was on TV half the time. She wasn't even in the NXT Women's title picture, so I had a big problem with that. And with that, I disagree with what WWE was doing with Miss Kiana James coming to the main roster. So that I had an issue with. Was not feeling that at all. Steph was not feeling that at all. So we'll see. But I'm not a fan of this whole scenario of her getting drafted just too early. And there was no proper development regarding what should they do her next. That's how I saw the whole thing. But that's one issue of the draft. That's one problem that I saw that could have been avoided. So maybe she will surprise and do something good. Then again, she may not. But I don't think she was much needed to come to the main roster now. I didn't get the whole logic behind her. At least I didn't get it. But we'll see what else with the case may be. That was one issue with the draft. Another issue with the draft I had was Braun and Baron Corbin. This was another issue I had. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. Baron Corbin, Braun, they were in a tag team. They were both on Wolf Dogs. They had just won the NXT tag team titles. Braun, we thought was going to be on SmackDown because he signed a contract. We knew he was leaving NXT at some point. So he breaks his team up. And then Braun went to Raw, which didn't make sense to me because stay on SmackDown. Then Barry got called to the main roster. Why couldn't they just stay on the same show and continue on the tag team? But I guess they wanted to break them up. And I like that Baron Corbin got a chance, but I would like for him to get a brand new character that would be NXT and be the new NXT champion. Yep, that's true. Definitely stabs at Sasha Banks. She's not as good as Miss CEO, but she will play a gimmick better. Definitely. For the draft, as soon as the rules come out, that's when we already took the L. You already know. You're right. You spot on, Mark. Dominique Sandoval, thanks for coming out. You said the new socks. Yeah, Baron could have been the NXT champion. Could have built the program with Trick Williams. I know they got a lot of big men over there. You got Dijak, you got Josh Briggs, Obafemi, Trick. Maybe there was too many big men on the NXT roster. Maybe that's why they moved Baron to the main roster. Hopefully they don't botch his main roster run this time. They did before. We'll see what happens though. But I'm not feeling this either. This is something I'm not a fan of at all, to say the very least. Was not big on this at all. It just could have been done much, much, much better at WWE. But we'll see what the next move going to be for Baron and Braun, since they both are on the main roster now. but I don't know if it'll be worth it or will be a waste of our time. I don't know this. But that's another problem I had with those picks. Yep, that too. Once I heard Roman announcement, it was all downhill. And that's another thing I'm going to get into. Roman withdrawal from the draft. That's another problem, and that set up the whole thing as well. So that's definitely it's just bad. The draft could have been much better, and then this was a bad part of the draft as well. Another problem I had with the draft, another problem I'm going to highlight right now. Another problem I'll be highlighting. Another issue I had was they used to trick us. I think what they did to trick us. What they did was nothing that was tricked with the whole WWE, and they did this last year too, and it kind of really irritated me. Really irritated me, and I wish they would stop doing this as a whole. This needs to stop for life. When we have drafts, when we have the picks, stop using the cameo of WWE legends. Think we're going to get a great pick. We're going to get a monster blockbuster pick, and we get nothing. So with that being said, stop the cap.
That's cap. Totally cap.
Stop that. We seen Teddy Long come out, make the draft pick. We seen JBL come out, do draft pick. We seen Michelle McCool. We saw Tori Wilson. We saw the Dudley Boys. We've seen it all, and that is enough from there. We don't need to see that every time we do draft. We saw this last year. Let's stop the whole. We gotta have cameo to fool us. They use it to distract us and throw us off, and I'm tired of that. It's just really redundant. You did this last year, and it needs to stop. Because we, as fans, we're getting tired of the whole thing regarding how you guys do the draft every year. It's a repeat of 2023 all over again. This did not change anything unlike last year. Didn't change a thing. In WWE, you already dropped the ball on this one. Bloodline got played 5th round. Yeah. You said Roman Reigns a free agent, still on SmackDown. I think he's a free agent. That's the way I see it. It's just terrible. It's terrible. But yeah, I'm tired of them using the WWE legends to make these picks. And it's not really helping anybody for that matter.